Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This is update number 7 on my Tesla invest to lease test. And yeah, things have been pretty dramatic the last 3 months, so I'll just run through that quickly and update you as to whereabouts I am up to. For those that don't know, instead of basically buying the car outright through my business, I decided to lease the car instead and invest the money in Tesla shares that I would have put into the car instead, and just have it depreciating on the drive, which in some regards wouldn't have been too bad an option at some points if I had to sell my shares. But overall, I still think it's going to be a good decision. So let's have a look now. This last 3 months, so I'm filming this on March 8th, and Tesla was at 173, I think last time, 174 when I did this video last. Obviously climbed a little bit, and then we went on a huge crash after that in December and early January, very low points, and from that 174 we went all the way down to like 108, 109 territory. And then we've had a rally and a great recovery in January, February, and now we are sort of hovering around this 200 mark. So it has been up to 215, and now at time of recording we are at 186.99 or 187. So what's happened in these last few months? Let's have a look at the timeline of the last few months for Tesla. So here we are. We've basically had that huge dip, so a 12-month low and decrease in demand. And then actually looking at the numbers that came out in the different earnings reports, Q4 earnings reports were actually pretty good. There's, with the cost of living crisis and the increase in electricity costs around the world, there was a panic about an electric recession. But actually, Tesla is still leading the charge on everything. And yeah, it's really rallied against the market in some situation in some cases to kind of come back up to around the 200 mark, which is of course where I bought at. I bought at 201, I think it would be, so basically 200. We've just had Investors Day, which some people found disappointing. I personally found it quite reassuring, and we will get further boosts when we do eventually get this next generation car, and we obviously get all the optimizations that are going on every single department in Tesla. So yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic that we will be bouncing up a little bit higher on to the 250s onwards. And again, my shares tracker should hopefully turn into profit rather than the red that we are getting at the moment. So let's have a look now at the spreadsheet that I've been tracking this with. So originally bought 200, well, basically 201. And then, yes, it's boosted up massively and went even higher than this. Is just as of the 8th of December, but it was at 1,244, I think was the highest ever, which would have been 400 plus. So those were the days. Whereas now, obviously, we've had the big correction crash, and hopefully now we are going to start to rebuild. So last time it was really grim. Now it's just slightly grim. So yeah, the quarterly change is actually 7.4 in the green. Let me just correct that. Just looking at that, and then overall I'm now minus 7% on investment. Not ideal, but equally I believe the car has gone down in value, certainly from a second-hand perspective, as the new models have been released at a lower price. So that would affect the resale, which would affect the overall comparison between buying outright and leasing through the business. So now if we just run through the numbers, then that was the buy price. I'll sell at 186. If I had to sell today, I'd be losing $5,000, so just over £3,500, which would mean there'd be no contribution to my lease. So if we did get up to like the 240, 250 mark, then that would turn into green. Yeah, I don't have conditional formatting on. I do cheat with the green and the red. each time. So yeah, guilty, guilty of that. So there we go. Let's hope that Tesla continues to rally and things come back, and update number 8 is more positive, and we're up there in the mid 200s. That would make me very happy. And just looking ahead, we've actually quite a way through this journey now. So we've got these 5 quarters updates to come, and to turn this around and have this final number over here, which I'm hoping will be in the green at that point. And I may not necessarily sell anyway when it gets to that. We'll just have to see. Okay, so that's it for this update. I hope you guys are holding on to your Tesla stock and not panic sold at the low hundreds, and you're with me on this journey. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you around. Cheers for now.